hosting of these tournaments is one way of developing football talent, developing football infrastructure, and growing a culture of being part of this great tradition of football at the highest level possible. And so, as we prepare to host this tournament, we expect a number of things. Number one, we expect that our three countries will build formidable teams. We don't want to just be counted among the numbers. We want to compete effectively for the trophy. And that means that the Harambee Stars, the Taifa Stars, the Uganda Cranes, our respective national teams must now be prepared in a way that we have never prepared them before to be able to be competitive. Number two, we want to use this opportunity to upgrade our sporting infrastructure so that our sporting infrastructure is on the same keel, the same level as the rest of Africa, as the rest of the world. Number three, we will deploy the Africa Cup of Nations to strengthen the bonds of East Africa integration even further. We made it clear to CAF that East Africa is one. When you talk about the dream of an integrated Africa, the ignition for an integrated Africa is East Africa community. This is the only region that has a single passport, and we carried our East African passport to that room to argue what other region in Africa can boast of a regional passport. A passport and an arrangement that allows free movement of people, of goods and services. We want to use this tournament to strengthen that spirit of integration. And so, while this tournament is going on, or as we prepare for this tournament, we want to improve mobility across our borders so that you can easily move from Dar es Salaam to Nairobi, from Nairobi to Kampala. We want to bring to fruition the dream of the East African tourist visa, so that once you're given one visa, it becomes one shot for the whole of East Africa, so that travelers who come to East Africa can have it very easy to move around. We want to improve air access. Why should it not be possible for you to fly from Kisumu to Entebbe, or easily from Mombasa to Moshi, Arusha? We want to improve that connectivity. We want to improve water transport in Lake Victoria so that people can travel easily between Musoma and Kisumu and Port Bell in Uganda. So this is an incredible opportunity for the bonds of the East African community to become even stronger through this tournament. Winning AFCON is also a trigger for accelerated upgrading of our sporting infrastructure. And as we upgrade sporting infrastructure, all sports will benefit. Every single element of sports will benefit. For instance, our new Talanta Stadium, our planned Talanta Stadium at Jamhuri is going to be Kenya's first ever. And if I'm not wrong, it may end up being East Africa's first ever football-only customized stadium. And it's a stadium that will be customized to host football and rugby. So football will benefit immensely by having a customized football stadium without a racing track. So the atmosphere inside there is going to be incredible. It's going to be an amazing arena for football and rugby, but also for concerts. So even for our arts industry, our creative industry, that piece of infrastructure is going to be very useful. So this goes to the whole of the sporting arena and even our arts arena. Now, your second question, AFCON 2027 is supposed to bind us together as East Africa, not divide us. I do not see anything that could divide our three countries. We will agree, I can guarantee you. We will agree very easily in terms of how we distribute the groups, which group is going to play where, how we are going to handle the opening ceremony, the closing ceremony, the final game. And remember, the Confederation of African Football is the final authority on this matter. We host the tournament, but the tournament belongs to CAF. So CAF will also guide. And as guided by CAF and as guided by our own consultations, I do not expect any difficulty. We will agree. Let me also emphasize that we don't see this as just being something of 3 countries. No. We want to spread the benefits of this tournament to the whole of the East African community bloc. We have a tripartite. We have worked round the clock as government, working together very closely with our respective federations. And so I also applaud the leadership of the 3 football federations in Kenya, in Uganda, in Tanzania, who have been with us every step of the way. All of you, all of us, hongera. Congratulations for this. We have delivered this bid, and I want to assure Kenyans that we will host this event and we will put on an incredible show. I am aware of previous disappointments that has fed that spirit of skepticism and pessimism. We lost AFCON 96 to South Africa. We lost CHAN 2018. And so Kenyans, to some extent, are justified to doubt, are we going to do it this time? Is it going to be taken away again? I am assuring you, this one is not going anywhere. Haiendi mahali. Hii tunakufa nayo. We are hosting this tournament. We will host AFCON 2027 and we'll host it successfully. We have a good infrastructure development plan. And just to assure every Kenyan, every East African, that we have a joint monitoring mechanism to watch over preparations in every capital, in every country. We know that Uganda is making good strides. Tanzania is making good strides. Before I left the country for New York 10 days ago, I flagged off the preparations of our stadia. 4 stadia. We are going to be renovating Kasarani, Nyayo, and Kipchoge Keino. And we are building a spanking new stadium, which is going to be the jewel in the crown of all these facilities, the new Talanta Stadium. So we will be ready, no doubt about this. And we will keep on pushing each other, encouraging each other to make sure that everybody is on board.
You have to remember that this was a secret ballot vote, and we were competing against very tough opponents. I am glad that finally we have this. We have 4 years to go. And I said we will do this. I know many people, like the President said, didn't believe. Now the work begins, so thank you to everybody. Thank you to my colleagues that supported us. Thank you to Uganda and Tanzania on football, but most importantly, thank you for the investment and commitment that the government has made. Let's go do the job. Thank you.